Hello, thanks for dropping in. I'm going to try something today because I have been hunting around for other cassette tapes to try, not with any success. I'm thinking that inside the cassettes that I've been using there are tiny little wheels, and somehow those tiny little wheels are not spinning well, and they need a little help. So we're going to try to give them a little help today. Oh, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a little workspace here and get this Vic-20 out of the way. I'll just set it on top of the disk drive, which the 64 is sitting on. And I went to my toolbox and I found this, which is a not so incredibly special set of tools, but I'm thinking that one of the three of these screwdrivers might nicely fit the screws in this cassette tape. And yes, that one seems to fit. Alright, so another thing I must do to get them all off here is to very carefully get, remember I had to put tape on the corner. Well, that tape is blocking the screw, or one of them. Would be two of them if I did it on both sides of this tape. So this could of course be disastrous. My plan, by the way, here, this is the reason I think there are little wheels in here, is here is a Maxell tape, which is see-through. And if you look, right there and there are little wheels. The tape goes onto, well, the tape, as it spins and goes through, it runs on these little wheels at each end, right there and there. We can't see them in here, but I know that they are there. So, now, if this goes as planned, and we'll see if it goes as planned, the idea is I want to get these screws loosened, which, of course, is not necessarily the easiest thing, but okay. But it is happening, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I have 3 out of 4 that have come loose. Now, of course, the 4th one will be the worst. Okay. Now, the plan is to get these screws out. And then, with great care, to lift one side off from this and leave everything else to do with the tape sitting there. Now, will this work? I don't know. Because, of course, I think there's extra, I think inside, besides the screws that hold it together, there are some little what am I trying to think of? There are probably some little plastic peg things. Oh, you know what else, of course, I've still got more. I gotta get all this tape off, because it too is holding holding this together. So I'm going to take the screwdriver and try and jam it in here. Oh, okay, we have some movement. We have some movement. Some movement. I'm suspecting that wherever these little pegs are that hold things together is they're probably down here somewhere. Now I'm terribly afraid. Oh, you know what? There's another screw. That would certainly make it much more difficult if there's another screw that has not been removed. I'm just looking to see if there's a sixth one that I might have missed. So here we have, oh yeah. Okay. So the tape is open. And I see the little wheels and other such things. So basically there's two reels. I hesitate to touch this because there's a little bit. Okay. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Anyway, so in the middle is the thing that the tape would rest on. And then there's these two tiny little wheels. And I have here a tiny thing. Let's try and squeeze out the tiniest of drops. And put it on the wheel. Come on. It's not going on the wheel. Okay, it's on the wheel. And then, with great care, I'm going to try and put this back on. And I do seem to have it back on. I'm a little concerned that the tape at this end may be getting pinched. Alright. So now I have not lost any of the screws. They are tiny. And for we who do not have tiny fingers, this can be challenging. They're all the same size. I think there are some cassettes out there. See, these ones would have come from C&L Audio, because they were made by TPUG, and that's who they had do them for them. I'm just looking. Oh yeah, well, this has screws too. I think there are some cassettes out there that may just be pressed together, and the only way to really get into them is to essentially break them. And that would not be good. Alright, so that one's giving me a bit of a rough time. I'm just trying to get things seated well, that they would nicely go in. 2 down, 3 to go. I don't want to reef on them. I don't want to break the plastic. I want to get them in. So just remember, alright, that one is not, it's not going in right. Now, does it really matter if it's all the way in? Probably not. But why is it not going in? I ask you. I think they were all the same length. Alright, I do not want to reef, but I will give a little extra Riefenstein here. This one here, definitely, it's not as good as the others. Anyway, I'll just give them, much like on a wheel of a car, I'll just go around, give them one last little bit of juicification. Now, I suppose, I wish I did have a Bic pen. I'll just turn this a little and see. And indeed, it does seem to spin okay. So, with great care, we'll get our Vic-20. And we'll plug in the datasette. And we'll plug in a little power. And I really don't need to see what's going on, but I suppose I will. Just because I can. I'll plug in the monitor. Because really all I'm going to do alright. So there's the monitor doing its thing. Now that is the wrong dataset. Well, how do I know that? Because it works and when I take the tape out. So this is not the tape that I lubricated, and this is. Now if you remember, the tapes I was using before, which are probably around 60 minutes, were having trouble rewinding and fast forwarding. That is why I thought, maybe they need some lubrication on those little wheels. And that is what I have done. So I'm still hearing a good amount of noise. But it does seem to be spinning well. Maybe I'll try to fast forward. Yeah, that seems to be doing okay too. I want to rewind. Still more noise on the rewind. But it's moving pretty well. And I think even as it's getting towards the end, it's actually moving better. Alright, so just for fun, I'm going to fast forward a bit, and rewind a bit, and eject. And I will rewind a bit. So, my guess is that this tape is now spinning much better than it was. That is my guess. So, I'm going to reset the counter. You know what, just for fun, I'm just going to type in load and press play. But you see, here's the thing. If this was operating under stress, it may mean that, of course, whatever was on there was not saved very well. Because it may have been doing out of memory. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. That's right. That's the Monopoly program. Yeah. Okay. So, it is time to switch back to I think necessarily that anything I did before is going to work any better. No, I think for me to really give this a good test, I need to save something else. I think I do. Okay. So, we will turn this on. And we will turn this on. And I will rewind this. And just for fun, I'll type load. And we'll just see. But I don't think that this is going to do any better on loading. Because I think what's happened is, well, it's found it, is, no, load error. Okay. Oops. Oh yeah. Will not rewind without the machine on. Okay, another thing I must do is replace the tape over the top corner if I'm going to try and record, which I am. I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to make sure I don't cover up the screw, but it's still going to, it'll still have to be removed if I'm ever opening this up again. Alright. No, okay. I think I'm going to do one of these things. 10, print, quote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Quote. And then I'll just add, I'll do this, so I'm making more lines that do the same thing. That does not need to be. Okay. Just so the program is a little more substantial, and when I run it, that's what it will do. And that's all it does. So I'm going to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quote. And I will press record and play. And this should not take long. It should not. Take long. Alright. So I will list it. It still looks okay. I will type in new to get rid of it. I will. That didn't seem to. I have rewound it. I will type in load. And I will press play. So very soon it should come up and say found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least that is the plan. Load error. Yep. That's discouraging. We'll try that again. And I just want to look at this. And just, oh no. This is not spinning worth a damn. It's like, I can see it's going faster and slower and slower and faster. And now it stopped. What? And now it is not rewinding. Worth a damn. once again, I think I don't know what to think. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fast forward till the amount of tape on each side of this is about equal. Because you see, it is chugging along quite fine here. Okay, it looks about equal. I'm going to reset the counter. I'm going to reset the computer. And I'm going to put in print quote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Quote, semicolon, and I'll add a couple more, just to have a little meat on this. And I must have missed a character there, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What we're doing is we're going to, right here, in the middle of this tape, we're going to type in save, quote, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quote. And we're going to press play and record. And right now I see this thing is not spinning at all. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to eject it. I'm going to put the tape in the other way. Oh, I'm going to save. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to, oh, right. I don't have tape on the end of this. Alright. We're going to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now when we press this, it is not spinning. So that it's fast forwarding. It's rewinding. But it won't play. So I wonder if there is belt trouble, if there is a belt inside this data set. Certainly the wheels and the tape have been juiced. So I'm rewinding to, work in the lubrication. Just for fun, what happens if I press play here? Does it play? It does not. And the fast forward is slow. So, if I press play, does it spin? No. If I eject it and tinker it. But, okay, if I stick my finger in here and turn it, it doesn't have a whole lot of strain. Alright. Just a second here. I am getting tired of this. Always get something on securely. Alright. I'm going to put this tape, this data set, and press play. And it is spinning. I'm going to rewind. And it goes. I'm going to fast forward. And it is having a difficult time. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I don't believe this will make any difference. I'm going to loosen these screws a bit. I'm going to put this back in. I think I put that in the other way. And it's not spinning worth a damn. Well, I think I gotta find those other tapes that I know I have around that are shorter, because something is not happening here. And both of these seem to be functioning, or maybe they've got the same thing wrong inside. All right, I've had enough. I can't do no more. It's not going well at all. And I guess as much as I want to move on to other things, I want to solve this mystery. So I'm going to look for some other tapes. And maybe if I'm at a second-hand store, I'll look for maybe some old music tape that I don't care about. Or, gee, maybe somewhere there's actually some new cassettes. Do they make new cassettes? I don't know. I'm getting frustrated. So, enough of this. Enough of that. Enough. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.